Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to the weekend preview for the Premier League, the Predictor and the Fantasy Football as well. And, well, we have had a change at the top of the league, but first of all we have to give a big congratulations to Adam Riley, winner of the Golden Cap this week. He's just snuck there in the end over Rujistan, Gaz Monster and myself, who all made double figures. Parramatta Power, the real villain, had a bit of an off week. I've been set a challenge here. I'm going to go with Urosh. So you let me know how I did. Had a bit of an off week by their standards, and Pompey Canuck, unfortunately, not a good week for them either. So if we go and have a quick look at the leaderboard, you can see it down the other side there. There has been a change at the top. Rujasan is now our leader, ahead of the real villain. I've moved back up into third, ahead of Parramatta Power, Adam Riley, Gaz Monster, and Kebrov, and Pompey Canuck there as well. And it's whether Urosh can get himself up into the top 10 now as well. But yeah, with the games, I think we've got 4 game weeks left, and Rujasan is now 3 points clear at the top, ahead of the real villain. It does look to be a race in 2, doesn't it? But we'll find out who the winner is going to be in these upcoming weeks. Let's have a look at the matches for this particular game week. So we want to go to this one, I think, isn't it? What's the date today? It's the 10th, so it is going to be this one. All right, we start with Norwich versus West Ham. I don't want West Ham to win this, do I? It's looking increasingly like it's bad news for Villa. I'm going to say 1-1 and sort of hedge my bets there. But Norwich, they're down, aren't they? So, yeah. Watford versus Newcastle. Come on, Brucey boy. Come on. We need you to do something there for me. I'm going to say 1-0. I'm picking with my heart now, not my head. 1-0 to Newcastle. Liverpool versus Burnley. I mean, Burnley's a bit of a tough nut to crack, aren't they? But they're probably crackable by Liverpool, you'd say. So let's say 2-0 there. Sheffield United versus Chelsea. Sheffield United recaptured a bit of form lately. Chelsea are also looking good at Bramall Lane for what home advantage is worth. Let's say maybe a 2-1 to Chelsea. I think they might just be a little bit too good for Sheffield United. Though, as I've said before, I would really, really like them to make Europe. Brighton versus Manchester City. Manchester City, they're tough right now to pick, aren't they? Because they seem like they've given up on the season, but obviously they're still a very, very good team. I think they'll probably be too good for Brighton, won't they? So we'll say 3-1 there. Wolves versus Everton. Wolves, yeah, they've just dropped off a little bit lately. Everton, not really anything to play for, and that might be the difference here. So let's say 1-0 to Wolves. That brings us to, well, if Villa don't win this game, they're down, essentially. So, they have to win. Palace has been in bad form. They couldn't ask for a better game, could they? A team that's lost 4 in a row at home. If you are ever going to do it, this is the time. Oh, I have faith in you boys. Come on, you can do it. You can score a goal. That'd be a start. Tottenham versus Arsenal. It's a big one. It's Jose versus Arteta. Yeah, it'll be a Jose game, won't it? It'll be a Jose game and they'll win 1-0. That's my prediction. So I've made it. And that's the whole point of this, isn't it? Bournemouth versus Leicester City. Bournemouth, I mean, they got a draw against Tottenham, but really, you think almost anybody on that day could have got a draw against Tottenham. Why Villa playing them on that day? And the last one is, of course, Manchester United versus Southampton. They look a really good team, don't they? I'm going to say 3-1. Southampton probably have a goal in them, but I'm going to say 3-1 there. So that's my tips, guys. Make sure you do yours. Looks like a number of you already have done, which is excellent. So good luck in your predictions this week. Quick update of fantasy football. We're going to have a quick look at the league table. And we can see, I did have a really good week. And I'm like, maybe I've pegged it back. But no, I pulled back a point on Volt GFC. I have moved myself up into second. Cobra Chickens, a bad week by sort of league standards. So they've dropped down into third. Jokers FC had a good week, actually topped the league. An average squad had an average week, and Math Bandits, not too bad, 62 points. So that is that. Now, my team for this upcoming week, I have made a few changes. With Burnley playing Liverpool, I've taken Pope out of goal, and I've moved Schmeichel in away to Bournemouth. that's as close to a clean sheet as you can guarantee, I think, isn't it? Against Bournemouth right now, or Villa probably is more of a guarantee. Back four, we're going with Alexander-Arnold, Connor Cody, and our Turkish friend in the Leicester defence, whose name I cannot say. It's Sonakiglu or something, isn't it? But well, as we know, I cannot pronounce names. I really struggle. I did make one sub. I took out Cantwell, who's injured. I brought in Sahar because, let's face it, he's playing Villa, he's probably going to score. So we're going to keep captain with Fernandez, who really worked for me, didn't it, against when they played Villa there. Keep Willian, Salah, and Martial in there with Zaha in midfield. Greenwood and Jimenez continue up top. We've dropped Calvert-Lewin back to the bench. And we're going to keep the defenders that are playing Liverpool and Chelsea out of the team as well. So that's my team for this week. Hopefully, it'll be a good one for me, and I'll have a little bit of a drop-off from Volchi FC. One other quick update is if you're a fantasy participant, if you're a Patreon and want to participate in the Baseball Fantasy League, my plan is I'll send out more information this weekend about that, but I'm going to only do it sort of through the league, so I'm not sort of spamming Patreons who don't want to be involved with information about the league. So my plan here, you can see about 13 days until the season starts. My plan is this weekend I'll go and get everything set up, and then next weekend we'll look to do the draft, so about a week before the season starts. So yeah, if you're not yet signed up and you want to be, go and make sure you do that. And as I said, I'll send out a little bit more information about what I'm planning to do, and we'll look to get the draft underway, ready to go for next season. So that is a little update on that. But there we go, guys. Good luck in your tips this week. There's a link to the tipping thing down in the description. If you want to come in and join, see if you can win a golden cap one week, the more the merrier, and then you're good practice to get involved next season. So enjoy the weekend, boys, and I'll see you next weekend. Take care.